Joe Macaron is a policy analyst focusing on U.S. strategy and Middle East conflict at the Arab Center in Washington, D.C. He joins us via Skype from there, and we appreciate it. So the Arab League, released a statement. They're speaking with one voice, but can they really be speaking with one voice when all the members of the Arab League have varying relationships with Israel?
I mean, Palestine and Jerusalem are usually a unified position for the Arab countries. There's public pressure on them, so they have to act. But yes, I mean, Jordan and Egypt have already a peace treaty with Israel. Some other countries have either under the table or public diplomatic relation or maybe commercial relation with Israel. But the main point here is the relation with the U.S. administration, not with Israel. The issue is the Trump decision now, and most of them cannot cut the relation with the U.S., cannot escalate diplomatically against them because of their interests. So they have to do this balancing act between containing their public pressure at home and then trying to maintain a minimum relation, not only with Trump, but with the U.S. establishment in general, and not to cut this relation.
That was actually the question I was going to ask. Is it about specifically the relationship that each country has with the U.S., or more specifically about how they feel about responding to Donald Trump?
Well, it's a bit complicated, the issue. On one hand, most of the Arab countries, not most, but mostly maybe Saudi Arabia and others, their focus in 2011 was Iran and not Israel. And now they feel they have to shift focus. And the relation between U.S. and Saudi Arabia has been complicated lately. You have Yemen. You had a very condemnation recently from the U.S. on Yemen. Then you have the Jerusalem issue. So there's a lot of complicated triangular relation going on. The U.S. was hoping that Saudi Arabia and and Israel will get closer moving forward against Iran. Now you have this decision to basically change the dynamic. It gives Iran a new opportunity to basically shift focus and feed the narrative about the U.S. So there's a lot of, not say embarrassment, but uncomfortable relation. And they're all hoping at some point that this issue of Jerusalem will go away. They go back to their own business of dealing with Iran, dealing with their own issues. But now, because of the public pressure, I think everybody wants to try to contain the U.S. pressure.
So the Arab League says that they haven't ruled out considering other options. What other options do they actually have, and how much of an impact does the Arab League really have on something like this?
I mean, the Arab League has been dysfunctional for a while. I mean, the Arab Spring came in just to add to this. And there's something usually funny when the Arab League form a committee. It's always, there's a joke about it. It means it's not going to take, they will not take any decision. So this committee we had today, it was a sign that they are not ready to take a big decision. They are not united. They are not ready to escalate against the U.S. for sure. So they are hoping basically to have something, but the U.S. is not giving them anything. They give like a gift for Israel, the Jerusalem announcement this year, without giving anything to the Arab side or the Palestinian. So they feel now weak and paralyzed, but they all have their interest. Saudi Arabia have their interest, Qatar has their interest with the U.S., Egypt and Jordan. Perhaps Jordan is the most difficult position now because it's close to home, the Jerusalem issue. So they have not much option unless you see a lot of more of public anger on the streets in Palestine and others. Then maybe they'll have to push some buttons in Washington. But for now, their options are limited.
Joe Macaron joining us from Washington, D.C. Joe, thank you.
Thank you.